This should be on. Should be on right about now. My ping seems to be kind of bad. But I think that's fine. Okay, hello. How is everyone? I'm back to this. I was initially not going to do this today. We had another final, but it got moved back to Monday. So I am doing this today. So that's good. Oh shoot, I don't have any music. Hold on. Let me get that up. God, it's hot in my fucking room. It is way too hot. Let's see. I can see like the veins on my hand. They're popping out. They're like, you know. There we are. Okay. Hello. It seems to be getting better. Okay, it seems to have gotten a lot better, it looks like. So that's good. That's not too high, actually. Okay. Dude, I am... Okay, I'm hoping this is working better. It should. I'm going to keep an... Let's see if it drops. It's dropping a little. Man, motherfucker. Huh. I'm getting like periodic from like 4K to like 0 and then 100. Yeah, now it's down to 51 kilobytes a second. It's doing like drops. Now it's 0. And then now it's back up to 6,000. I might. Okay. Okay. Hello. This should be back to normal. I disconnected and reconnected my Wi-Fi. I don't know how this is gonna look on the actual stream, but I'm hoping it's okay. Let me just double check on the actual stream. Okay, it seems to be fine. Okay, but so in that case, good. That's good to hear. Let me explain what I did. I just did a little test import of this into Substance, and it looked pretty shitty. I'm not actually going to show. But basically, there were a lot of artifacts in regards to. I can probably just show you on the actual normal map in regards to these kind of edges. This didn't look super great. This didn't look super great, and then this stuff all looked pretty terrible, and then this stuff also looked pretty terrible. So let's redo it. That's what I think. We'll redo it just a little bit, just as like a test. I've put in some holding edges here, and I don't actually know like how well. Oh my lord! Oh, that's because we've got a cage. I don't actually know like how well this is. How should I say? Going to go. But I figured we might as well give it a try and see if this looks marginally better. So first we're going to want to select our cage and then Alt-S, or not Alt-S, now we Alt-S to scale up via normals. And that is fully encompassing. And now we just go back into bake. It's lucky that this won't take a while. Yeah, cage object, that's going to be cage. We should be able to bake. And this should, hopefully this stuff on the edge, I'll leave my mouse right over there. Hopefully that looks a lot better, but I'm really not certain. But I think this is the kind of troubleshooting where it's at least kind of engaging. A little engaging. But today, I want to 100% try and finish. Oh, see, that looks so much fucking better. Holy hell. God damn, that looks a lot better. It's still got a little bit of an artifact. Just based in the way I'm gonna delete the cage because we still got this stuff to figure out. I think it's still gonna have a little bit of an artifact just in the way of how I kind of set this up. But yeah, so apparently we do need holding edges on all of these edges. Who knew? So in that case, so now our blade's good. This looks, at least the downside over there is better. This still looks kind of weird, but I think it's fine. From what I have open on Substance, I guess the problem areas are the connection from the blade, but specifically on the blade edge. From what it looks to me, the actual handle itself is okay. It doesn't look to be too whack there, except on the bottom, which different controls, I'm holding Alt. If you look on the bottom, I did put a holding edge down there, so it looks a little better. Like that's a little bit of a weird artifact right there. That's probably going to show up, I imagine, but I don't think it's that big of an issue, you know. I guess we could put a little holding edge right there. See if that helps a little. Yeah, and then this stuff right here is terrible. That's just because I'm too lazy to actually, like, you know, make use of this now. So that's the reason for that. Although it might actually provide UV unwrap issues. Oh, whatever. Here, if I select all that, if I go into, what is it? I guess I can't do it from there. I guess we would need to change this. So what is this? This is an image editor. If we go into UV editor, should be, I mean, it's showing up. I don't think we have to do much. Unless we add new geometry, I don't think we have to do much. I think it's just gonna auto unwrap. Yeah, but the inner, you can see there's a bunch of artifacts like there, right? And so I add a little bit of a holding edge there, and one up at the top too. That should, or actually, this is after. Yeah, this is after. So this is what it looks like even after that, and that's probably that stuff right there. Now, why is that? I don't think we can add in. Yeah, there's nothing we can add in that's just going to be like a nice circle around. So maybe what does the other normal map look like? Normal. If I pull up the normal, there. It looks like it's still kind of got that. How does it look like actually? Yeah, shoot, that looks really weird. What I'm really curious about is this one line that's appearing down the middle. You see, if I switch this over to, there's like a line. If I switch this to material preview, you can see the line right there. Right, it looks really weird. Yeah, and then you can kind of see, it is really hard to see. That's one thing I really don't like about Blender, is that it's very, very hard to see actual light detail. Why is this also like just super rigid? It looks so, does that show up on Substance too? Not really so much on Substance. Yeah, on Substance it looks fine. It's just for whatever reason right there it looks incredibly rigid. That's weird though. Yeah, Jesus Christ. I'm fucking used to, oh god, all these 3D problems have different shit. Yeah, oh, that's specular. What are we looking for? Roughness. Is that, I don't know which one of these it is, man. It was someone else. It was Sheen Tint, right? I have no clue how to do materials. Blender. But it should be a little, how do I get rid of line? Maybe what we do is we just change the UV. So this means that we're going to have to redo a bit, but what we can do, I feel, is we can take that, or rather, if we go, yeah, we can clear that sharp and then clear that seam right there. And then instead, if we go here, I think that should be a little better. And then we can right there, and then that will divide it. It should. And now, let me change this over to UV editor, and I'll just slide that up. This is gonna move everything around, but it's gonna be fine. How do I move this? There we go. If we go there, and then unwrap. There we are. Yep. I think those are all fine. Just gotta move this stuff around right here. Yeah. But I'm hoping that means that seam that we have in the middle right there is not gonna show up. But see, look, this is. It might look like we're going slow, but this is actually rather beneficial, you know? Because now that we're doing this, I have a lot more experience, right? I know, hey, even if it's shaded smooth, I still should make some nice holding edges, because otherwise it's gonna look like shit. Let's grab both of those and then scale those up a bit. like so. Something I wanted to do today was a little bit of vandalism. I don't know. I feel like my life isn't interesting enough. I need to do some, how do I say, criminal activities. Nothing major. Just getting a Sharpie and light the face and some stuff. Basically, poor graffiti. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment on what national monument I should deface, guys. Smile. Okay, so that should be a bit better. Now that we have that, so what were the main issues I saw? That was the biggest issue. The thing in the middle where it looks kind of like a rectangle is, I think, something that at this point is going to be too much work to actually fix in a reasonable amount of time. So I'm probably just going to ignore that, and I'll keep that in mind for the future. And now rename this to cage, put dagger back on, cage, go into edit mode for that guy, and Alt S, scale it up. And now retopo, dagger, select cage as the cage, and bake that son of a gun. And now, let me check and make sure I'm still good. Yeah, now, once this finishes baking, this should be a lot better. Well, maybe not a lot better. It should look a fair amount better. Realistically, you should probably put holding edges here too, because you can kind of see that artifact right there. But this right here is the good stuff that we're looking for. Yeah, so it'll still look kind of shit, but it shouldn't look as bad with the seam. Let me just double check. Yeah, get rid of all that stuff. It still has a goddamn seam. What the hell? Solid. Man, what is up, bro? We're on the right material, right? Maybe if I save. Save. Well, where is the seam coming in from? Oh, that's what it is. It's that thing right there. Huh. Why is it getting that? What the hell? Why is it just drawing a seam in there? That isn't something that I don't think it should show up with. Why does this have that here? What's up? Okay, well, I guess we found the issue. I guess my assumption is that these two on the bottom were, for whatever reason, just not actually merged. Well, that's a big artifact. And assuming that, I don't think there's anything we can actually do about that. Yeah. Well, good reason to look at your model before you actually do anything with it. Oh, that's a shame. But it's what we're going to need to do. Okay. I am now going to close out of that window, and I am going to save this, and I'm going to export it over to Substance. And I don't want to do that because I don't want to show off my whole PC. But what you do here on File, there's a top left for File, and then there's a scroll down for Export, and then you can export it as what you want. I'm just doing the selection. That is the wrong mesh. I'm just going to do the selection only. File, export. I'm doing .obj for no reason in particular. We can export it here to this folder, that's fine. And then UV editing, image, save as. Yep, save here. And then that should overwrite. And then I can I'll just make a new one of these guys. Check that guy. 2048, because we're a gentleman. Import a mesh map, which is going to be this guy, our normals. And that should be okay. Project has been saved or modified. Discard. Nobody cares. Okay, and now, should probably have set this up beforehand. We go here. Save this first off, and then exit. Okay. If I hit the OK button, then pop it up, you guys should be able to see everything. Great. I am going to, if you don't mind, I'm going to crop this a little. Just that bottom bit. And maybe that top bit a little high. I don't wanna screw myself over, lads. But anyway, here's our mesh now. In Substance. You can see right here, it looks a little whack, but first off, what we're gonna do is bake mesh maps. I'm gonna set this to 2048K because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to bake. And this is gonna create a bunch of stuff. Ambient occlusion, curvature, positions, thickness, all that good stuff. One thing it does create is a normal, which we don't care about because we want wavy dagger normals. And so this should eventually update. There we are. And you can kind of see it, yeah. So that is showing up there. It definitely looks like that. You can see the line in there. I guess we'll just have to pretend that's a feature. But then you can also see this stuff, and that looks pretty good. Yeah, for that it looks better. And now the blade also looks significantly better. And so what we're going to do, start out by making some folders. This is going to be base metal. I don't think we're going to do a lot here. And I also want grunge. Grunge is going to come in handy eventually. Make that a nice red, make that a nice green. Always good. And now it's time to find out. Now we get to the fun part that I really don't do all that often, which is texturing. So I guess this is primarily going to be for the blade. So we got to figure out what would be a nice blade. I think steel. Let's check that out. If you go steel, rust, and wear, that looks alright. There's also steel rough. I think that looks a little better, in my opinion. But let's check out some other stuff. Iron is always kind of nice, like iron hammer. Oh, that looks terrible. What about iron galvanized? Oh, that doesn't look super great. Grinded? That honestly doesn't look half bad. I do think I like the steel a bit more, though. What about something else, like iron brushed? Again, it just looks a little. If I'm thinking of this, so now it's kind of appeared where you really want to, I think, be like, okay, what's this? The texture I feel is very much where you get like, okay, what's the history behind this kind of thing? It's a good way to help think about how you should texture something. So if we think about this was probably a ceremonial dagger, and I'm assuming it's going to be kind of old. They don't really make stuff like this nowadays. So for that reason, iron brushed, maybe not. I don't think silver would be good. We could try silver though. Silver pure. Yeah, it just doesn't really fit. I like the steel rough, yeah. But so we got that, and I imagine this is going to be maybe like some gold. Yeah, if you have a gold pure. For this, I'm not even going to look at the blade. I just want to look there. It looks kind of like that there. Well, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. Let's move that into base metal. And now, what I do want to do is take that right here. Maybe not gold pure, but we'll see. And then I want to add, well, we don't need to do any of that right now. What about brass? How does brass look? It's almost like that. If we think really ceremonial, I do like the gold. And now for gold, add a black mask. And then on there, we want to add ourselves a paint layer. And then this is what lets us paint over. And so for the paint layer, for the gold, maybe for the gold, what we do, I want to see, can we get it like really like tight on here? I bet we probably can get it quite nicely done, at least for this part right here. Might take a little bit. Is there any way we can activate symmetry? Because this is the same on both sides, you know? Symmetry, smile. If I do that and then that, then... Ah, shit. Well, I guess we can't do that. Well, I guess we might have to do it once on both sides, but that's fine. At the very least, this gives us... Maybe it's Z. Why can't I do multiple? Radio? Nah, we'll just do mirror. let me actually look this up first. Enable multiple symmetry options. Substance painter. I just want to see, can I? Because if I can do multiple, then that's great. That'd be great. For more information, see the following pages. You can make like an offsetter. Wow. Oh, and you can manipulate the symmetry axis. Very cool. Very, very cool indeed. Alright, well. Nothing I can find right now. I'm sure there's an option for it. I'm gonna mess around. Well, because radial symmetry is just like, oh, like let's make a radius, right? A radius. And no, that wasn't supposed to go there. So for this, we do want to be a little cautious. Gotta get used to all the new control or all the substance controls, you know. We don't have to be super precise. I feel, you know, because I think most people are gonna look and be like, "Oh my God, gold!" Right? Like, look at that. Now look at now that looks nice. Maybe we can also set. How does this look too? Looks good enough. Good enough for my taste. And I guess we do want to erode this a little. Although isn't gold like kind of not hard to erode? Maybe it's acid. I think gold's like an acid-resistant thing. Maybe that's what it was. Might have been watching. Something I kind of like to do is watch those, you know, like gold. There's all like those, or it's like the making gold bars from like old jewelry. You can find some of that on like Cody's Lab or whatever. Cody's Lab is a good channel, by the way, if you are not familiar. Although, you know, this is kind of whack, right? Like, look, if I go here and go all the way there, it's close enough. What about the other axes though? So Z, not Z. If I do Z and I go there, that should be perfectly on. I think maybe we start with Z. It's kind of hard. Is there any way? I think there's like post-pro display settings. Aren't there like post-processing effects? I don't know. No, the glares are it's just a tad bit annoying. So I don't actually know if anybody's. I've stopped using my laptop because at this point I don't really care anymore. And recently, I've stopped using my laptop to check chat because I don't really care. But recently, I don't know. Maybe I should. It's just recently I've been intending to do like shorter things just because I've been a little busy. But I suppose this one's going to be longer, so I probably should actually pay attention in the if there's like a fluke and somebody misclicks this and see like, hey, what is going on? That's all stuff I think we're gonna have to get with a bit of a smaller brush, you know. But this we can all nice and just paint over. I think I'll do this right here. I don't have like, what is it, one of those drawing pads, you know. I'm not a professional or anything. But so I have to do all this by mouse, which is fine. It just means I'm just living life the hard way. What can I say? But that should look basically perfect. Yeah, great. Because I think our symmetry axis isn't perfect. It isn't perfectly aligned. So it might cause a little bit of an issue with that other stuff over there. Yeah. Now I wonder if there's like a way to do this kind of easier, just to get all of this detail as gold. I'm not gonna look it up now, but there might be. Because you can't. It's not noticeable from far away, I don't think. But there is a little bit of texture bleeding, I think. You know, maybe it's easier. If I set this to, this mode, is this easier at all? I think think it's a little easier just because it's easier to see, like, okay, what is part of the model, what isn't part of the, or part of the blemish, the flourishes, and what isn't, you know? I think that's a bit easier to tell here. Maybe not entirely. But I'm gonna do it. Plus I kind of like this. It makes me feel like I'm an old, like, founding member of working with this stuff, where you didn't have any fancy substance painter. You just, you know, you just color the textures like this, you know. Now that we're doing this, so this is going to take a bit longer than I thought. I'm also probably going to stream again today, just because I want to continue with Renegade. Because that game is pretty fun. Smile. Plus, we just got Driftloon, Heisenbug, and we got whatever we named our Shellos. I've been thinking about it. Maybe I don't use Shellos just because I'm already using so many Generation 4 Pokemon. I'm using 3, and I'm attempting to get Carnivine, so that would be 4. Right? So it's kind of a lot, because we got Gallade with Wayne. Yeah, other guys, you know. Okay. Oh, shoot. I forgot about this. I'm actually just gonna click tap along right there, make that nice and good. I've been thinking it would be kind of interesting to do, like, I don't know, like whittling at some point, maybe. Just because, I don't know, I like having something that is almost physical. I think that's what I really enjoy. And, like, it's not physical by any means, but it's kind of close, you know. It's at least something that I can move around and look at from multiple angles, you know. That looks shitty. Okay, I guess that's good. And this. Is that even part of it right there? I'm assuming so. I actually don't think so. You know, it's Friday. Hold on. I completely forgot. It's not. It might be Friday night for you if you're on the East Coast. I'm not even typing into the search bar. Bum, bum, bum. Here we go. There we go. Now we're living large, baby. Now we are truly living large. We'll get that later, because I don't have enough space right now. About getting or what job I'm going to do for the summer. I was thinking, actually, I don't know, I feel like my perspectives have expanded since I was a lot younger. I feel people are like, you can do whatever you want. I'm like, well, no, you can't really do that in the obligations like that. But technically, that isn't true. Technically, if I wanted to, not when I'm a kid, obviously. Now that I'm an adult, I could technically be like, okay, I'm going to Michigan for the summer. I'm going to work there. Figure out a way to, you know, get food, keep myself in shelter and alive. So you totally could. I don't know if I'll do that though. It does seem kind of fun. I don't know. I think I told you this stream, but I feel like my life needs to be more exciting beyond playing video games. And just moving to a different state for the summer would be a pretty nice way to do that. What's the other side of the thing? A little bit of touch-up needed. That's fine. Yeah, we'll get that. might take a bit of work, but trust me, this is going to look a lot better than it was yet. And then maybe actually, well, we can try it. We can try making this side silver, too, just to see if that makes it look very, very, ornamentally fresh. I don't even know if that's an actual phrase, ornamentally fresh. I feel my, the vein against the side of my claw, pulsing right now. Okay. Little, basically just scalpel at that point. That's supposed to be a pedal right there. That's close enough. This part is oh yeah, and then there's that. Let me shoot. God dang it! I learned about this like 2 days ago. I found some way to quickly swap. Was it alt? Oh god, my dementia's kicking in. I figured out some way to quickly swap between options, or like grayscale, white, black, white. That's what I'm trying to say. I found some way to really quickly swap between those, but seems I forgot the command to do it. I played the 10-minute version of this also. You guys are just gonna have to like it. That's usually what I do. I find the song that I like, and I'm like, okay, I will now listen to I'll listen to this for 1 hour straight, and then just add it into the. Does anybody else do that? That was a bad one. There we are. A little bit more up here. Yeah, I do think it's a bit easier to see up here. I'm probably actually painting the other side, because we didn't do this on the other side. Yeah, if I check, it's probably just gonna be, just a little bit. I don't know, I think I should get this. Because it looks like it's supposed to be part of the model. But, it doesn't look like, it's supposed to super be part of the model. So I don't actually know. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be good. Maybe we look at the bigger one. Let's look at the bigger one first. And see how this goes. Yeah, so it's like that. Now that was starting. I only played a little bit of Yakuza 0. I thought it was alright. It's not entirely my type of game. I do kind of want to finish it though. Because I don't get super far into it. I beat like the first boss and then did disco and karaoke for the rest of the game. And then I never touched it again. It feels like that game is more popular. I feel like people talk about it a lot, but I don't get the impression that it's like a super popular game.
but I don't know, for whatever reason, I guess everybody who I talk to is just like, oh my god, I love Yakuza, right? So, I like listening to it. I don't know. I feel honestly like I learn about most of the games that, or a lot of games through their music. Like, I've never played Three Houses, but I do know God Shattered the Star. I know that it's a pretty good song. Same with the only reason I played Devil May Cry 5 is because of the music in there too. Yeah. So basically, it just seems like this specific like flourish just has a lot of open spots. And it might be kind of hard to see because the resolution is a bit. This is one of the kind of hard to figure out. Maybe we. Yeah, that's better. Why didn't I do this beforehand? Holy shit! What is wrong with me? This honestly, like, I can't tell if this is better or worse. You know? This is kind of going on too long. Okay. I'm switching this back. Goodbye. There we are. So where were we? We were here, right? Yeah. I guess here, since this is smaller, we can kind of fudge it a little bit and maybe make it look a bit worse than otherwise it would have. Just because, like if I can't tell what's going on here and I'm this zoomed in and looking at it with no other texture and it's completely flat, I doubt that with... Yeah, I think going with the texture here is actually better. I doubt that anybody with the actual texture will be like, oh my god. Like, wow. It definitely looks like the space in between should be nicely textured. Or it should be, untextured. Total misplay. Is that right? No, that is not right. Maybe just go like that. Call that good? Yeah, sure. Call that good. But look at that. Look at that beauty. Buenissimo, I say. Buenissimo. I went to the grocery store today, and I was looking. Dude, I don't know what it is with the grocery store near where I live, but the prices are so fucking jacked up. I remember one time, back when I lived kind of alone at my parents' house, I got like some Polish sausage. Because I'm like, all right, well, this is like, it's a big chunk of sausage, and it's like $2, right? What could go wrong from buying cheap meats? And I did that, and it wasn't super great, but at the very least, it was very, very, very affordable. And then later, I should turn off symmetry for that, actually. I'll go through another pass once I do this side. Where were we at? We were like 0.45. Yeah. Let me get rid of Discord real quick. Yeah, I really hate how I have to use that for class now. If any of you, VOD friends also have to use it for class, you'll have to let me know how it is. At this point, I need to create a whole, I need 2 Discord accounts, which is, I don't know, kind of a hassle. I'm used to having 2 emails, but not 2, I actually have 4 emails. And only a couple of them I think 3 of them I actually use. I've got a personal email, a school email, email for this channel, and something else. I honestly kind of forget what it is. It's basically like, okay, I have something. It's like I want to register for this, but I don't want to use my school email. I don't want to use my personal email. I don't use this email for anything except for this kind of stuff. So now I just need like I just need basically a bird. It's basically a bird now. It's basically what it is. It's not for drugs though, don't worry. Yeah, looks good enough. Good enough, I say. Kind of looks like a shark. Or a penguin, rather, don't you guys think? What sound do penguins even make? Like, meh, meh. No, that's like a goose. What are penguin sounds? Hold on. I'm looking this up. Anybody who is if anybody is watching this on the pod, I want you to know that this is what you're getting into. Sounds. What sounds do they make? Here we go. I don't think that's what they sound like. Yeah, I was kind of right. I was like, meh. You know, that's more sheep, but they were like, meh. Sound really weird. Penguins are kind of cool. Okay, well, we can kind of just go. Oh, that was a misplay. We can kind of go haywire here. Ah, shoot. Too aggressive. A little, just because we got a lot of space to cover. This is good though. I think also once we're done texturing, we're gonna do a little, like just a tiny render. I'm not gonna work on it too hard. We're just gonna leave it open. Maybe I'll make it the thumbnail for this last video, or maybe not. Probably won't. I need to work on a new thumbnail too. For all of the non-3D streams, the orangutan and the boat doesn't really make any sense. I'll be completely honest. Yeah, so I need something else. Need something else to show, hey, I am a mature adult. And I am, I'm here. Yeah. I also need something for dinner. Not really. I had a bunch of snacks. But I don't know what to make for dinner. It's a shame. It's a shame. I was actually looking at some sausages. Dude, but again, it's also expensive up here. Oh, yeah, I completely got off track. You guys need to remind me about that when you're here. Even though none of you are. Yeah, so the sausages up here are like $4. $4.50 even. For the ones down there, which would cost a full, just like $2 basically, right? It's almost double the price. Same with soup. Soup up here, there's this Progresso brand, and it goes for like $4.50. Like, are you joking? $4.50 for chicken soup? Really? So it's bullshit basically, and I'm not going to stand for it any longer. Yeah, I don't know. I do think maybe Polish food might be interesting to learn how to cook, though. I don't know why I erased all of that. That was dumb. Just because I feel Poland has a general depression. Sorry to any Polish peeps, any Poles in the chat, but I don't know. That's just kind of the gist I get. Okay, that's good enough. Next, this one. I don't think that actually is right there. I think we can just kind of circle around that, honestly. There we go. Very, very nice, very nice. Now that is impressive, I've got to say. What else is going on? How long has it been? It's been 45 minutes. I think this might actually be the longest stream in regards to 3D modeling that we were going to do so far. I do maybe want to do quicker, like, okay, here's, like a very
quick, simple project that I want to do, especially now that I've done this, because I get more powerful with every project I do. Again, I'm a very hands-on learner, so it's like you can give me like a whole booklet of like, here's how you do this, right? I'll be like, okay, and then not be able to do it correctly. You tell me how to do it, or at least let me do it on my own correctly a couple times, and I'll be like, all right, cool, I got the hang of this, right? I think being able to do it on your own also is kind of important, because if you're just, oh, I did this, following a guide, then your experience doing that is going to be following a guide, right, instead of doing it on your own. So you do kind of need to work so a little bit. We'll get the edges for that later. I think maybe we decrease this again. One, that's a bit too small. 0.25. Small, but quite manageable. That's very nice. Yeah, this is gonna look nice. Especially, I think I already told you this, but I'm thinking what we do near the end is we put like a nice silver finish on this, on the just like the rest, so that the blade's kind of steel. It looks okay, like this is the part actually used for combat. This is the part that needs to do all the business, right? And then we get the steel part, or we get and then the rest of it is all very ceremonial. And then after that we do gotta add in a little bit of grunge, not too much, some rust, maybe a little bit of dirt. I don't think anything like explicitly major. I want to do those later once we get an even smaller brush size. This is just because this stuff at the end here is a fair bit smaller. I think that's a whole leaf. I'm really not certain though. It's kind of hard to tell. We want that up there. Very, very nice. I cannot tell what is going on. I'm just going to go over the whole thing. Don't worry though. It'll look better zoomed out. What stuff I've been thinking of doing? I've been trying to do a little elven, but I don't know. I want to do like a dragon cult build with all the lightning incantations, but it's very, very like, how do I say? It takes a long time to be doing that with melee and get up to 40 faith, and then also all those incantations are very far. It's like Farum Azula. I think the earliest you can get like a big one is Lanisac, which I actually have, but it costs like 40 faith, and I don't have that. I have like 22 faith with a talisman, so it's gonna take a bit. What else? Yeah, but I do want to use that maybe for invasion a little. I had one build, but I instead decided to beat the game with that build, and now I kind of can't use it because I think the soul level is too high for Leyendell and other areas, which are like kind of the best areas to invade, I feel. Although this dragon one's probably going to be a bit higher, or dragon cult is probably going to be a bit higher SL than maybe the average. I think we lower this down again to 2.17. Now, there we are. Just because if it's, like, okay, I need something for a weapon, plus vigor, plus actual magic, plus FP, it is going to take a bit. I guess I could cut out the middleman by just going into magic, but that's kind of lame, I feel like you want a nice variety. Because I do like PvP a fair bit, especially in this game. There's just a lot of nice options. Or PvE rather. I misspoke. It was an error of my tongue. What else have I been thinking about doing? What else? Maybe, I guess internal games.
Not really much, I'll be honest. I really haven't been too much in the mood as of late. Nothing in particular. Just, I don't know if this happens to anyone else. You just go through a fashion with you like, nah, I don't really want to go out and play videos. Maybe this is where my I need to go vandalize stuff comes from. I'm bored of just, spending time in here. I want to get out there and see the world and make it worse. That's the real key. If you don't leave the world worse than when you found it, what are you doing? That means you've made no impression. Don't actually take that advice, by the way. Oh, we gotta clear that up there. I think that's all done. Oh yeah, that looks good enough, I guess. Yep. Why did this get none of it? What? Oh, because I didn't do it. That's why. Man, this is really hard to see one. Oh, that's bad. Yeah. I guess, I don't know. Just kind of weird. I feel like this is the thing, like, oh my god, guys, I saw this movie lately, and it was, and then this happened, and then there was this thingy, and it was very good, but I don't actually watch movies, so I can't even talk about stuff like that. There's that, Doctor Strange movie coming out, to all of my fellow Marvel-loving Zoomers out there, but I don't know. I'm probably not going to see it unless in the summer some friends are like, hey, we're going to go see this movie, do you want to see it? And I'm like, okay, I have nothing better to do. Sure, I'll do it, and then I'll get upset that I have to pay, like $15 when we go out to get dinner. Not that I'm upset about paying money, I'm just upset about having to pay $15 for dinner, because I feel like, man, I could cook something else. Could cook something that would be cheaper. But I don't know, I suppose you gotta use some of it. It's a fine line to balance between, I'm saving all my potions for the boss fight and then never use them, right? Doing that and, being like, okay, I'm spending way too much money. I'm having fun. I'm eating well, but I am going to go broke, Saw something about that, about somebody who was playing through a game, and he got like a bunch of ammo for like some fun, very powerful weapons. And he was like, oh, well, I don't want to use these because, I don't want to be left out when the time occurs to, if I need to use these guys anymore. I don't want to be, left out and be down on my luck because, I need these guns. And he gets to the end of the game, beats it, never uses the ammo in those guns at all, never even uses them. And then he realizes that he's basically doing the exact same thing with his life, where he's getting, he's storing up everything for a bad time. And, like when he really needs it, and then that time never actually comes, and he never does anything. I do think that's maybe a little phony, but I mean, not phony, but I think in life bad stuff is gonna come your way eventually. But maybe you just gotta accept it with an open smile and a song in your heart. God bless. Sounds like something my grandmother would say. I love my grandmother though, so I'm not too upset. So this should actually go great. Okay, symmetry is off. I just want to double check. We don't really need it anymore, and after this we're going to do a little bit of cleanup. Just making sure, because again, I don't think the mirror modifier is... I mean, I assume the mirror modifier, or symmetry, is perfect. I don't think my mesh, though, is... I think because of the blade, it's ever so slightly skewed. Just because the blade isn't a straight object, it's wavy. And here, that looks terrible. We'll have to get back to that. I'll leave like a little marking. Hey, check me out. And now for that, we're gonna go down here. So this side is all good. I know because I did that by hand. This side's also good. I know also because I did that by hand. It's mostly this side where I want to check and make sure that everything is nice and good, and that it's all as good as it can be. Like getting that up there, getting that up there.
can just reinforce that gold a little bit more. Might actually be nice to put a little bit more hardness on this brush, just to make it so that it doesn't fade as much. But I do like having that ability where it kind of, like this isn't how it would be in real life, but it does make it a little easier for the transitions, just because this isn't actual geometry. So it's always going to look a little weird, I feel. Nah, it's too big. Oh, yeah, like here. Get some of that. Get some of that. Some of that. It's going to be good. A little bit of that's going to be nice and good. Maybe some of that. Now that just looks weird, Just looks kind of weird. That was the wrong thing. Yeah, that looks all decent. Touch up the edges, maybe. Yeah. I saw some nice bait on my university campus today. Yeah, right here. This is what looks bad. Let me up the size of it. I can probably just... All that, I think, is good. It's mostly just this size. But let's keep it a little bigger. Just like that, right? This can go good right there. Oh, so it is a little... Oh, so that's my issue. I see. I want this to be just a 0.17. There we are. That seems to be the magic number right now. There we are. There we are. Is that good? Good enough. It does seem like the detail isn't exactly showing through on there, but doesn't seem like there's much we can do with it. I don't think that's right. I don't think it's right the other way either. Sorry for not talking too much. I'm a bit enthralled, I'll be honest, by doing all this stuff. Okay, now we can get rid of our little marks. Now we can get rid of that. And now down here, more touch up. Again, it doesn't have to be super perfect. It's not like I'm presenting this to the President of the United States. I was going to say Queen of England, but I'm not a dirty loyalist. If you catch my drift. Okay, that looks all good. Ooh, that doesn't look good. Get that much nicer. Same with that edge. Same with, I guess that's... No, there we go. Now there we go. Click that too. There we are. There we are. There we are. So now then, if I go back here, this should look a fair bit nicer. And look at that, it certainly does. Thank you. Let's save. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I want to make sure you don't. Let's save this as, I'm just saving this to my desktop. Okay, there we are. But look at that. See, this is why sometimes it's nice to put in that little bit of effort, because it's very beneficial sometimes. And then here, I just want to add a paint right here. We're gonna set this to UV fill. And basically, you know, we can actually just go F3 too. Basically here, that can go silver, that can go silver, that can all go silver. Same with this guy. Won't do this, man. And I'm thinking we can also set all this to silver. I just want to see how this looks. Blade is going to be steel, of course. Now get out of there onto paint. Maybe we leave that for now. Kind of like it against the steel, a bit more honestly. Yeah, I think I do like the steel. I'll leave that in there, but close down just a bit. I think that might be a bit nicer. Base metal. I'm just gonna rename this to base material because we do want some nice wood there. And actually, now that we're on the topic of that, I think I might as well. Well, we can bump this brush size up quite a bit. I think I also actually want to get some nice gold up on here. Well, first actually, no, we'll do this first. Maybe we switch back over here. Yeah, that allows us to get this edge over there much nicer. There we go. You can kind of see that a little. Then we'll again go over the other edge later with a bit of a cleaner, much more shorter edged brush, if you catch my drift. Yeah. Okay. This is good. Yeah. Okay, and then shrink this guy down a bit. Let's start over here. And I think the gold here is just going to look nice. Again, I want like some wood. We might be able to do some leather, but I do think it's going to look a little tacky since it won't have any actual seams on it. So this is definitely supposed to be wood or iron, I think. Plus, I think the wood with the gold will just be a very nice look. Question is what? I mean, I only have 3 types of wood available to me. I mean, we can edit them a little. It's not like we're set in stone. We have, you can see on the left there, wood American cherry, which doesn't really make sense for a dagger like this, but it might be nice as, you know, like a very nice like shiny wood. But I think this isn't supposed to be, you know, like, oh my god, the wood on this is so shiny. So maybe wood rough or wood walnut is probably the better choice. And that little pitching it's doing, you can kind of see, is kind of peculiar. Yeah, that seems good. I don't know how we did that. I'm assuming it was a lucky shot. It looks like we're good. I also looked up if I ever play Pokemon Sword and Shield, kind of on the topic of Pokemon again. What are the guys? Okay, Applin would be one of the guys I want to use. Cursula. I've always liked Corsola. I've never really found a good reason to use it because it always appears late game, I feel. And it also always, you know, is kind of dog shit without like Regenerator or whatever. But this guy should at least be interesting to use. Yeah, but so Applin, Cursula, the coal guy, Roly Coly, I think, and then what's the other one? Dreadnought, that guy, the turtle. I have a weak spot for turtle Pokemon. I don't know why. I like all the turtles. Squirtle, he's he's cool. Turtwig, that guy's cool. Torterra, very, very cool. What are the other turtle Pokemon? Carcosa, he's alright. Torkoal's cool. There's another fire turtle Pokemon who I don't know the name of, but he looks alright. There you go, Dreadnought, he looks pretty cool. Okay. See, look at that. Looks very, very nice. Now, let's try wood walnut first. That was the wrong level. Well, I guess there wasn't really. We actually just want to hear. Gold Pure should be up at the top. Okay, so we got that. Let's just take a look here. Rough. Oh, we for sure want wood walnut. My God. How could we not want wood walnut, bro? There you go. That's even all we need to do. This bottom right here, that can remain steel. Maybe actually, okay, I'm gonna try something kind of special. I'm gonna see if we can make this into a feature. I'm gonna see, can we make this somehow look like it was intentional? That's the good thing. Making your mistakes look intentional. That's how you win the crowd over. Bit of hard, just because it isn't like this is not normal geometry. Because I think in the high poly, which it's drawing this from, it just kind of like up here out of it. Basically, this folds into nothing. That's what I believe goes on here. We want to go one up. Oh man, we want to go like back down to 0.48, baby. The perfect size. Man, that looks terrible. Could be the perfect size, you don't know. That's the great thing about doing this is I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. Maybe we just go kind of rough for now, and then we just go over it again later. Oh man, that actually just looks absolutely terrible. Isn't there somewhere I can do? No. Yeah, I can just do this. Wait, that's wrong. Oh, it's just to the center? I guess we can just do that then. So that's good. Plus side. Okay, that looks a little better. Still looks kind of weird, but whatever. Better than before. And now we have this guy. And now if we take Silver Pure, I do think that looks a little weird. What if we? Man, I like Steel Rough too much. Okay, so Silver Pure, I am sorry, but you have been a victim. Yeah, and now look, it's like a little line that kind of dents in. Wow, how quaint, how quaint. This is still an issue. I might actually go back to the blender bottle on my own time and just figure out like, okay, what's causing that? How do I fix that? So that'll be good. But otherwise, it's looking decent. So now we have base material done. Next up is going to be grunge. How do we make this piece of shit look old now? And the answer to that is going to be rust. And we're going to do a rust fine. And now it looks like that. And now simply black mask, generator, edge wear. Not necessarily like that. Or I don't think we want too much rust, actually. Really what we want here is maybe like an inversion and then turn the wear level like way down. Nah, that just doesn't look good, actually. What if we change the generator? Fiberglass edge wear is not what we're looking for. Maybe just dirt. Type surfed. Dirt. A little better. Got kind of the nice rust, and now I guess, we don't want to invert it. I do think maybe the gold should say very nice. Well, obviously, it can't be on there. That's a disgrace. That stuff right there, that's way too crowded right there. In the middle right there, that's still fine. I think over there is fine. What I do want to get, I'm going to try and also add a paint layer to this. So that way we can get rid of this. That's right. Oh, one of these. Maybe we just... Oh my god, I could have just done that. Yeah, look at that, that's kind of scuffy. Kind of scuffed. And maybe we just get rid of it on the gold altogether. Let me go out here. Yeah, man, look, we got some gold leaching over. What the heck? The gold out of here. What's going on? Ah, that was wrong. Nice. Smile. I think here we want to maybe a bit more manual. Yeah. And then make it nice. That's a kind of weird artifact right there. Rotate. We are. This is the worst position to be in. I need to come back. What the heck? There we are. A little better, I think. Little bit better, I think. We do want to get rid of this spot right over here. I feel that's way too like puffy, or it's not puffy. It's just way too like crushed up in there, basically. I don't think we want to do something like that. Maybe. No. If you think about, okay, where's this guy gonna polish this blade? Right? It's gonna be probably right along the edges, you know. So that inside right there might be. It's for sure gonna get, you know, like a little rusty, but maybe not that rusty, right? But let's do, in fact, leave a little, you know, like a nice little bit of tension there. We can't leave the stuff on the other side. I don't think that looks as egregiously just packed on. But let's, in fact, get rid of, you know, maybe some stuff over there, maybe some stuff over there. Can make it look a little random. The edge actually has a lot of rust too. That I don't think is as noticeably bad, so I'm actually gonna leave it. Now let's just pump this up. Kind of just make it so that all the spots we had have maybe a bit more rust. Why not completely get rid of it? Yeah, see, that looks a little better. This side right here, I think, is, except for the fact that it kind of shows off the bit in there, I think is otherwise nice and fine. Maybe actually we go a little deeper. Instead of doing that, we just kind of erase the stuff in there. Looks kind of bad right now, but trust me, it'll look a little better in the future. Just click nicely around the edges. that stuff there. Let's reapply a little. Right, because now it kind of just looks like we took a brush there and removed all that stuff, which we don't want. We just want to have it kind of more so like it's creeping in from the unwashed or uncleaned parts of it, you know. So you got that stuff there. This stuff right here. You know, maybe what we can do if we take the gold pure and plop it over the grunge, right? Like if we move this right here, if we move it over, then it should paint over the rust, versus if we move down there, it'll look like so. Yeah, I think that'll be better. Because then that makes it so that this looks like it's, you know, not, it's untouched by the flow of time. Whereas this is all kind of screwed. And then scratches. We want a couple scratches. Not that edges scratched. Well, how does that look? What I like to do here is I'll just take this material and I'll duplicate it as a layer. And then I'll name this scratches. Young. And then the scratches are going to be underneath in terms of the rust, but we are going to get rid of that for now. What happened? Where's the wood walnut? Oh, it's because it's being blocked by this shit. Okay. Well, we're going to add that was wrong. A black mask instead. That's an interesting feature. I did not know it did that. And here, what we're going to do, I'm just going to take the color value, and drop it. And now, if we turn it on, or rather, if we change this to a white mask, we'll see it drop. And if we change it back to a black mask, we'll see it do that. And now, what we do is generator, and then we add in the scratches. Scratches. There's no scratch for generator. There should be. I see some over here. What is this? Smart mask. What is a smart mask? Well, what if I just take this? Grunge, scratches, rough. That's kind of what we want. Maybe it's a fill. I think that's what you want. Grunge. Oh, that was wrong. Scratches. Scratches, rough. There we are. And now you can see them right there. Little. But we do not want them on here. Again, reminder. Same with on the gold. Well, it's actually not going on the gold. Yeah. I don't think we want it on the wood at all. Mostly because it's a different color. But also because it just kind of doesn't make sense for it to be on the wood. On here, though, perfectly fine, I feel. Scratch length, that's fine. Quantity, you can make it fairly scratched. I would like to add a bit of a height map up in here. Ah, well, that is way too much. Why is that so aggressive? Jesus Christ. It is so goddamn aggressive. What? Why? That needs to go back to the same value. Man, this is one thing I really don't like about material modes. It's just like, yeah, use that, but then you can't actually edit it at all. You know? Like I want to be like, yeah, let me change the height just a bit. Just a tad bit. I guess that's alright. If we turn rust back on, then you can kind of see that there's, you know, like a little bit of scratches, a little bit of scratching on it. Looks decent to me now, at the very least. But yeah, then that goes into grunge. want this to be under the rust. It got scratched first, and then rusted. And then gold pure, right? I'm pretty sure, like here, you can see some scratches kind of under there. If we take this and put it under, well, it's gonna get fully rated, but if we take this and put it in the middle, you'll see the scratches over. If we take that, well, it's not grunge though, so we do want that over the grunge. Can I set this a color? Yeah, I can. I'll set it pink or purple. Get out of that. Some of the material. There we go. Cool. Maybe set a little bit of a darker one. Or roughness, maybe. Make that just a bit rougher. Yeah. Oh, I like that. I like that quite a bit. Okay. And I think the blade. Ooh. Oh, glad we got that. I think it isn't necessarily perfect, but I think this is pretty decent at the very least. If I saw that in the game, I'd be like, alright, cool. So, now then, what we are going to do is we're going to render that. And I kind of forget how to do this. Oh, here's what we do. Window, view, mode, rendering. And now it will lag my computer and look really bad. But first off, what we want to do is actually kind of change the background and whatnot. How do I do this? What does this do? Export to Photoshop? Nope. Don't want to do that. Yeah, I think my computer is going to be like that. But this is basically with like post-processing effects. But I do want to change it a bit. Shader settings. I don't know what this means. Display settings. Here we go. What does this do? Oh, I don't know. Here we are. I don't like over clouds. I want it to be kind of dark. Entrance, not necessarily the best. Studio 3. Oh, sorry. Do like this a little bit more than panorama. Because look, you can kind of see the colors change too. Like that almost makes it a bit. Just like a bit lighter. Oh god, I can hear my PC whirring, man. What's my GPU usage at right now? Let's check, because I've got two things running. Oh, it isn't too bad. This is taking up 50% memory, but that's fine. Oh, that actually looks decent. But again, I want it to be like a nice dark environment. Oh, okay. I think I can make one my own, but I don't really care that much. Now that actually looks kind of decent, I feel. You know what I think I want to do? I don't think I'm actually done with this yet. Studio Black Soft. Oh man. I thought that would look a lot better. I think that looks okay. Studio Tomoko. These all look darker. Maybe we go with the beach. But first off, what I want to do, I actually want to get rid of some of the rest. I think that's a bit too much. And I want to get rid of it specifically on the blade. Let me change my alpha back to the standard one. If you've ever wondered, it's called shape. Very creative there. Jeez. Been talking for too long. We already spent like an hour talking today. Oh, what is it? What am I doing? What's going on? I don't know. God, just put me in the old folks home already. looks stronger in terms of rust, I'll kind of leave that. But I do want a little bit more of, like, okay, like we've got, some of the actual metal showing through. It looks a little tacky, especially that bit right there. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. Basically anywhere I'm looking, you can move the light around. Yeah. See, but now if I do like right, see, it shows like, oh man, there's rust there, instead of being like, okay, the whole blade is covered in rust. Right? Right, guys? Right, guys? Right. So do you hunt on the... Oh, it's X. That's what it is. So we figured it out. Or I figured it out. You guys didn't do anything. What am I hitting? Oh, I'm changing the channel. Material. I hit the wrong one again. Maybe get rid of some of the stuff on the edges too. I do think occasionally a nice sharp edge is good. Yeah, but this side seems to have a bit more rust, which is fine. It's fine. If everything was too predictable, it wouldn't be any fun, right? My only regret is that we could not add in. I mean, I'm sure we still can. It isn't too late. I determine when this project ends. But we could not add in or figure out an easy way to get all that height map detail added in. Like one side is a lot more covered than the other, really. And maybe there's a nice way to put that. Yeah, it looks kind of like somebody just. It kind of looks like somebody just took a brush to it, right? It's dirt blurry. I wish there was a way to give random grayscale values to all this. Here you go, a bit more. Maybe a bit lower. Okay, that looks decent. Yeah, see, there we go. We're getting a little bit more. Making it look just, I don't know, a little bit more natural, I suppose. Just a tad bit more. Go check out the other side. I think the other side's actually decent. But it can never hurt. Give it a few love taps here and there. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, maybe. I'll keep the wood. I like the wood. And then one last thing I want to do. I want to shift over here for this. Just let me actually shift back over to shape. Shape. I want to set the hardness quite a bit more. I'm going to go along these edges right here. Does it only do it when it's, maybe if I make it very small? Yeah, not that small though. I'm gonna get rid of maybe just a little bit of the rust along Oh god, that looks terrible. Okay. I admit defeat. You guys may go. Maybe just on the edges where it's like a bit more cleaned up, right? Like here. Totally get rid of rust on there. We can totally get rid of that rust. That rust can stay. Maybe on this side we get rid of it a little. That's all good. That looks okay. That needs a little bit of a cleanup. We can go down over here. There we are. There we are. Set the hardness back down. Change this back to dirt. Brushed. Dirt blurry. My favorite. Right over here. We will change this over to this one. We'll just get a little. Maybe shorten it down a little for the edges a bit more. Okay. Cool. And then over here too, let's oh, I remember why we didn't do that. Because it looks terrible. How could I have forgotten? Well, maybe we'll just emphasize a little bit beyond that. We'll just do a little bit of dabbing like so. Maybe that's actually what we do. Yeah, I think that's what we do. Take this right here. And kind of stretch it out like so. Yeah, okay, that's a bit better, I think. Yeah, you can see my work over there. But then, yeah, now we have some edges that are much sharper. Okay, cool. Save this guy again. So, as of now, the final thing. Let's head back into rendering and figure out what environment map we want. Shipyard buildings, bus garage. I don't like this beach so much. Maybe we do go for the beach. Sure, we'll go for the beach. Let's see. Oh, nice view. Let me actually change it. I flip it upside down like so. I think there's a better way to do this, maybe in like Blender or whatever. So if I change that around, is it going to flip it up here? No, it isn't actually. Huh. I guess I get maybe a bit closer. Dude, this does not look like a Corsica beach. Oh my god. Wish there was a way to swap this around maybe a bit more. That's fine. Yeah, man, I just want to angle this guy a bit more. Ooh, we can see my log. Wow. Cool. Alright, well, let's just wait a couple more seconds. Boom. And so this right here is going to be our nice finished product. This is it with the render. Looks decent. Looks fairly decent, I'd say. Yeah, but see, from this distance, you really can't even tell it's like a little finicky right there. That, right, if you remember, a while back when we were first adding on those details, it was like, it looks chunky from up close, but from away it's going to look a lot better. Boom, that's from away, it's going to look a lot better. Same goes with all this stuff. Removing the rust on the blade or the edges where it's a nice call by me. Makes that look just a bit better. Yeah, this is good. You can save this render actually. I'm gonna save it. So that shouldn't pop up for you guys. Let's see. Wavy dagger render. It's not. What's the resolution? That's the resolution up there. But that is our first project done. Maybe next project we can make like an actual render scene, more so in Blender, because I think Blender you can pose and position things a lot better. We can make like an anvil or something. Oh, anvil's a bit basic. Like a table, some simple where we can position this nicely and get a good lighting source on it. That might be fun, because then we'll have a little showroom, where we can move everything around. Probably make an animation too, where we maybe not for this because this one's kind of a piece of shit, but we can make a nice animation too, where we will rotate it around. Very, very simple, but it should look nice. It should look very nice, and then I can upload it too. I can upload it here. Okay, but anyway, I've been streaming now for an hour 30, which is pretty good. We got boom, first project done. Finished. So I might stream again today, later. I'm not sure. If I do, it'll probably be around 10, even though that won't matter, because it's all going to be VOD friends. But yeah, if I do, I will be streaming some more Platinum Renegade. It will be very, very fun. I hope. Anyway, thank you all for watching, if you are here. I appreciate you for checking out. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the final render of the dagger. This was kind of a learning process stream as well, so hopefully this is the most scuffed it will be. Probably not, because this is a very simple project, so it's kind of hard to fuck up. I imagine if I do something with a lot more detail, where I've got like 8 billion branching pieces, it'll probably be quite a bit more of a challenge, and I'll probably need to go back and troubleshoot a bit more. But for this, I learned a fair bit, which is good. Anyway, now I'm gonna end the stream. I'm probably gonna go outside for a walk, get some fresh air. I feel a little deprived of oxygen. But that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you all later. Thank you again very much. Bye-bye.